Welcome to another episode of the Frame Per Second podcast. My name is Mike. I'm your host for the evening. Next to me, I have Spike.
What up?
Next to Spike, I have Ken.
Hola.
Next to Ken, I have Rod.
Hey.
And
Got in trouble, guys. Keep it brief.
oh my God. But yeah, we are going to be giving our thoughts about Alien Earth. I'm gonna make some. I'm going around the room and do some quick thoughts. Spike, what did you think about this series as a whole?
I was surprised that I liked it as much as I did. Took 4 episodes, but once that 4th episode kind of went, I was locked in. I was like, "Oh, that's good." So I knocked them out. I liked it. Liked the characters. I liked the story that was told. I'm not as familiar with the alien world, so some of that stuff was brand new to me. But I enjoyed this.
All right, Ken, what did you think about this?
I enjoyed it. It had some highs and lows to it as a complete series, but overall, when it was over, I was like, not bad. I definitely enjoyed some episodes more than others, but overall, wasn't that bad.
All right. Rod, what did you think about this?
It was good. This is damn good.
All right. Cool. So I'm the only one that didn't like this bullshit, huh?
Really?
Oh, no
This
way.
is very interesting. Yes.
You
I
like
do.
Alien though, right?
I do.
Is that why?
And I don't like this shit.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I cannot believe. Are you not? Are you
I'm
serious?
dead ass. I'm not trolling. I did not like this.
This was a good
This
series.
was a bummer for me. I was so bummed out.
I'm
I
not
feel like
surprised.
you're lying. You're
I'm not
lying.
Nah, he's not.
I'm dead
Why?
ass. This felt like
I cannot
Marvel
believe that.
wrote Westworld.
Well, I don't know what. I didn't watch Westworld.
Westworld was a bunch of fucking cyborgs. And then, spoiler alert for everybody, there was like, oh man, we didn't know he was a cyborg at the end. Oh, crazy. And then I feel like Marvel watched that. And then Marvel was like, you know what? We need superheroes. We need superheroes in Alien. So let's make some superheroes. But we need it to be comic relief also. So let's make them kids in adult cyborg bodies. But also, let's make it deep. It's like Peter Pan. And let's run the fucking Peter Pan narrative on every single fucking episode in case y'all are too stupid to realize it's about Peter Pan. I hated that. I was like, this show is fucking stupid.
Do you like the story, Peter Pan?
Yeah, I like Peter Pan on its own. I like the book, and I like what Disney tried to do with the movie. But for y'all to like force this Peter Pan thing for fucking 8 episodes, it was like, dog, we get it. She's named Wendy. We get it. We have the black guy with the Captain Hook arm. We get it. Do you have to do it with you're watching Peter Pan while you're putting the
Narrating and
consciousness.
saying, yeah.
We get it, dude. We have Boy Cavalier. He's like Peter Pan. You called him the Lost Boys. We get it. We get it. I get it. I was so fucking annoyed with this show.
Interesting.
But I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. And I'm not going to try to convince you to not to like it. I'm very glad y'all enjoyed it.
This is a Marvel.
No.
No. He was like, he's like, I didn't know Marvel did stuff on Grindr. I was like, why
like,
didn't know
damn, what
Disney
did I
Plus?
miss? How did I not know that?
No, this just felt like, why are y'all putting these Marvel superheroes in the Alien universe? Because that's what they were. It was the fucking Avengers fighting 2 fucking Xenomorphs. This was aggravating.
Was this
think it was
before or after the alien stuff that's been out?
This
Like,
is way before.
Okay.
Which made it even more annoying.
got it.
And I'll get to the main reason. I'll just say the last episode set me the fuck off. I was like, fuck all of this.
You're not the only person. This podcast that I listened to watch, they said the same thing. They said it was terrible.
Interesting.
I've been hearing nothing but I love this show.
Yeah.
It's so good. What, dude? What?
There was a couple people on the Ringer that said they do the watch. They said the exact same thing. You said that I could not understand. I had to cut it off. I was like, oh, what are they talking
I'm
about?
about to go listen because I thought I was on an
I'll send
island.
it to you.
But anyway,
Yeah, I thought this shit was creepy. Like,
Creepy?
horrific.
I
Yeah, hell
think
yeah.
the trillionaire dude was great. I thought the black dude
Oh, no,
was
he was
great.
awful.
He was great to me.
Oh no, he was
I
absolutely
loved his
kid?
character.
awful.
The trillionaire
Yes, Boy
dude,
Cavalier.
I liked him.
Oh
dude.
man, he was great.
oh my Lord. This is going to be a long review.
It's not.
Maybe
Okay,
not.
so we're going to go ahead and give a summary of episode 1. Episode 1 opens up with this message that in the future, the race for humanity, it comes in 3 guises. You got cyborgs, you got synths, you got hybrids. Neat. We're in the year 2120, and we're in the Maginot, which is a Weyland-Yutani ship, and they're talking about 5
Houses, basically.
Yeah, basically like 5 houses, 5
Yeah.
groups that kind of run the world or the universe, really. But the main one here is Prodigy, which is started by Boy Cavalier. But we found out they're on a mission to collect specimens, and among them are face huggers. So whoever wants to jump in, was this interesting to y'all?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it set up the worlds. I like I like having a different. Like, I think they set it up perfectly. Like just saying, like you got these different people that run things. You got this trillionaire that it's like the race for, what is it? Immortality. It was a race for immortality. So basically whoever can create. It's like the same shit they doing with like space programs right now. The first person that could make it to fucking Mars and all this stuff. So I feel like it was parallel with now, like how you have people that's trying to race to do certain things with technology. Tesla, the electric, the EV shit. All that shit is like a race. Whoever can be king of that can like basically rule.
So you mentioned Tesla. Did anybody else get like, oh, this is supposed to be Elon?
I was thinking
Cavalier?
Yes.
I wasn't thinking Elon. I
Yeah.
was thinking more of Mark Zuckerberg for some reason.
Oh no, I got Elon immediately because they made him a buffoon, but he thinks he's really smart. And it was like I built a synth. It was just like this is.
Yeah, I didn't get Elon, but I just got the overall air of the Elons and stuff of the world.
Yeah, I feel like they borrowed from all of them, basically.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we meet Marcy, and she's being artificially put into a synthetic body named Wendy. Ken, specifically, what does this remind you of? The mind of a person being put into a synthetic body. I'll give you a hint. You just reviewed it.
Not the creator.
No, Blade Runner.
Oh shit! I
It's a
didn't think
very,
about that,
very
bro.
similar concept to the replicants. And I feel like they were doing this because the dude that did Alien finally admitted that Alien and Blade Runner are in the same universe.
Oh, really?
Noah Hawley?
No. The guy that originally did James
Oh.
Cameron. It's James Cameron, right?
Oh,
That did
James-
Alien
Yeah.
and
Wait,
Blade Runner.
I think I did
Yeah.
see that, but yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about Blade Runner.
I immediately thought about Blade Runner. I was like, okay, I'm already annoyed. Anyway, so when they were transferring the consciousnesses into the synthetic body, Spike, did you notice what movie was playing on the ceiling?
It's Peter Pan, right? Yeah.
Did you think that was cool?
No, because I don't think I've ever seen Peter Pan.
Why is that not surprising?
Did you see the hook?
No. Pause too.
Wow. Wow. Ridley Scott, not James Cameron. Thank you, Jalen.
No, I
Ridley
ain't seen.
Scott.
I ain't seen. I don't think I've seen a cartoon of Peter Pan. I don't think I've ever seen any of the real stuff.
Well, that's
Well,
what they was
that's
watching.
it.
They were
Yeah,
watching the
cartoon,
cartoon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what'd you think about the other kids? The whole idea of putting terminally ill kids into adult cyborg bodies. What'd you think of that?
I didn't think it was a bad idea, to be honest with you. If they was gonna pass anyway, and like they could grow up into them bodies and be alive forever, like they was terminally
They said
ill.
tile tight.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I feel so. I didn't think it was that bad.
I did like the idea of that being a possibility. As the series went on, I started to rethink everything. But so that was definitely one of the things that I liked about it because it was like, oh shit, wait a minute, this might not be a good idea. Interesting, but made sense that they couldn't grow up, and I think because of that, it explained actions that occurred as the series went on.
And that precisely what you just said is why I fucking hated it. Because it seemed like they only did that in order to explain why everyone is doing stupid shit. These fucking kids were doing dumb shit throughout this entire series. And the only way they could make that work is for them to be kids. Because if these were adults, it would be mind-boggling stupid.
Adults do stupid things,
not this stupid.
too. But and that's what I was trying to really kind of like work through, like so because it was like okay, but adults in movies we've said over and time, why are you doing that? That's stupid. And as adults, they shouldn't be doing it. As kids,
Right.
it definitely makes sense. But I guess I was trying to workshop it in my head to kind of make it make more sense for why adults would end up doing something, because adults sometimes don't ever really grow up anyway and do stupid stuff. Or maybe there's a certain arrogance to adulthood. And for kids to not know any better, they would end up doing something idiotic and stupid.
Well, he was always thinking about it from the perspective, and he said this towards the end of like how a child's mind is constantly developing. There's no limits to it. So that's why, yeah, it may be some kinks in the beginning because they are childlike minded, but eventually he can kind of mold them and they can expand their brains like from the start instead of being already established and stubborn in their ways.
Yeah, but their brains stopped developing
What do you mean?
when they got put into the synth bodies.
Well, I don't know if got a chance to, well, no, not Wendy's. Wendy's seemed to kind of continue to
All of them
grow
did, though. I
and-
thought that was the benefit of it, that their brains were going to grow into the body,
Yeah.
that they were continuing to grow and learn, I thought.
Did they say that? Because they still seem like
They
what
were
it was
still
supposed to
kids, but they
happen.
were learning.
Yeah,
like, because you could
still
tell
early.
Wendy was smarter than they were.
Which made no sense either.
Yeah, I thought
older.
it was
She was the
just-
oldest.
She was not that much older to where she was so incredibly smarter than them.
Maybe she was a genius.
Yeah, well, they should have said that.
She was a
'cause
prodigy.
I was like, this is stupid. No. Nope. Back to the show. Cutting back to the Maginot, we see that a Xenomorph is loose, and Morrow's the only one that made it out, and the ship crashes, and they send a crew to investigate the ship, which the crew includes Wendy's brother, Joe. But while exploring the ship, we see two soldiers enter the lab where they encounter a slug creature. What did you think of when the slug creature attacked Rod?
Wait, where are we at right now?
We're on the ship, on the Maginot. When the ship Maginot crashes, and they immediately dispatch a crew to go investigate the ship. You don't remember this part?
I do remember, but I feel like you're skipping.
I'm skipping a lot because we're not going to be here till 8 o'clock talking about this damn show.
Okay.
Okay, what part do you have to talk about?
I did like. Why you do it like that? I did like real quick. I was just gonna say I did like how they set it up where you don't really understand what's happening on the first ship that was in space on that ship in space before it crashed. Like it's just like a bunch of chaos just fucking broke out.
I thought I dozed off.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
bro,
but-
did I miss something?
Yeah, but it comes back around, and I think it's dope how it comes back around. So that I just wanted. That's all I'm saying. I just wanted to point that out that they left that kind of open ended. You like, what the hell is going on?
Well, they
Why?
showed the Xenomorph running around.
How did it get
Yeah, but you
They
like,
should
how
have
did it?
got
How do you
out or
get
anything,
there?
yeah.
Because it just was fine.
Because it's a fucking Xenomorph. Of course it's going to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know nothing about what that is.
I don't know about that shit. No, so I thought that was cool. When it landed, I thought all of that was cool, man. I like how she was able to see her brother through the monitors and shit. And I like the role that he played. And yeah, like shit started to get crazy like at this point, like as they started to explore the ship.
All right, I'll ask somebody else. Ken, what did you think of when the bug attacked? Rod don't want to answer my shit.
Oh, what that's what you asked? When the bug attacked?
Yeah, the slug.
When the slug thing attacked the two soldiers.
The slug thing.
Remember?
It ate
Like,
the blood.
It bit their
Yeah,
neck
it's
or
like
whatever.
a tick. It was basically like the tick.
Oh yeah, that
Because
shit
it
was
crawled
so
down his
gross. That's
back.
what I'm saying. It was
Yeah.
creepy. So you didn't think that shit was creepy?
That part was cool.
So yeah. All right. So I'm glad. Yeah. Thank you for bringing it back because I went back and I forgot
I
what the
know. It's
initial
what you
question.
always do. I know.
I thought it was cool to see some new species on this
agree.
show. So I thought I was like, oh shit, they're introducing some new ones, and I thought that shit was dope. That's it.
Definitely one of my favorite aspects of the show were the other predators in this world. I think that is really exciting, and that could really open up a lot
Yes.
of avenues for them to tell different stories. Probably with better writers that Mike like, but no, I thought that was deep and dope, and I was really looking forward to seeing what they all could do.
Yes, I agree. Because all we see is the face huggers, is what they call, and the xenomorphs. That's all we really see. But yeah, to introduce these new ones, I was like, oh shit,
So I was like, what is this motherfucker gonna do?
right?
Man.
And they all
Fuck
did
them up.
something different, in a way. And they all like attached themselves in different ways, and I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, we'll definitely get to that later. So seeing that her brother's in there, Wendy volunteers to go in and help with the other kids. And the episode ends with her vowing to save her brother. Spike, this was a good start for you?
No,
Damn.
I didn't.
He said it's like four.
Yeah, it took the fourth episode for me to be like,
crazy.
oh, okay, yeah, I'm aboard.
What about y'all?
No,
It's a good start.
yeah, it was a good start for me. I was
Okay.
like, okay.
Yeah, I was interested for the
yeah.
first 2 episodes, and then I stopped watching.
Interesting.
So yeah, but the first 2, because there were creatures on there, so I was kind of curious to see what they do.
Yeah, same. I thought they did a good job developing all the different characters, like the cyborg, the boy genius, Wendy. There's a lot of characters they had to develop. The brother, and I feel like they did a good job making all of these people interesting, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like,
the brother is he gets on my nerves.
All right, so then we're moving into episode 2, and this is where we see the search and rescue team looking through the ship, and they encounter the Xenomorph. What did y'all think of this scene when the Xenomorph attacks them and Joe has to try to get away?
Joe.
The brother.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he kept getting his ass beat. I'm like, how is he not dead yet?
Yeah, he's sorry as hell. But
yeah.
the Xenomorph, it felt different.
It did.
It felt like it was hiding from him. It felt like it was kind of playing with his prey and stuff like that at times.
So they you don't remember that in Alien?
No, not really.
That was like the big moment in Alien. They do that. They do blend with their background. Because remember when Ripley is on the ship and she thinks that she left the Xenomorph isn't that the first Alien? When she thinks she's left the Xenomorph on the other ship and she takes the escape pod and then she's getting undressed and then it comes out of the wall. You don't remember this?
Yeah, I do. But did it always kind of play with his prey like that?
Not necessarily play with the prey like that, because I'm with you on that part, but the more blending in with the background and kind of hiding, they do that. But I assume it was trying to sneak up on them because, the whole point of Xenomorph drones is to take the people and then get them impregnated. Not feed them, but like
Get them.
I thought
Get
it was
them
they were
impregnated.
supposed to be there when the babies come out. They'll
Yes.
be
well, you said feed them.
Oh
Anyways,
yeah.
What do you mean? Get them?
you need to go watch the movie, Spike. I'm not about to sit here and explain all of Alien
And
to you.
it's in the series too.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the show
you
we
see
just
it.
watched. Yeah.
He said the show we just watched. God damn. Anyways, I'm trying to remember. I know they fucked up a couple of the soldiers, but it was chasing after Joe, and Joe has to jump over the thing,
Yeah.
and whatever. We'll just skip to the next part.
And I think
nobody-
Wendy saved him or something like that.
That's
Okay,
that's later.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they do a flashback where they explain why Joe is still on the job. Did you like that part, Spike?
No,
Damn.
I didn't. I did. Again, I was really reluctantly watching this the first 3 episodes, but after the 4th one, it did turn around. But no, I didn't like that part. Joe was a simp, like y'all said. It was hard for me to care about anything that was going on with him because he just was so much of a like.
He was worthless.
Yeah, he was just worthless.
He was, Mike.
Damn. All right.
He almost got his sister killed.
Damn.
I don't think he wanted to be this. He just had to be. So, yeah, I don't think he aspired to be a soldier and dude. I think he just had to survive. So I just kind of looked at it like that.
I don't think that's an excuse to be bad.
Well, the whole point was he was trying to resign, and they wouldn't let him resign.
Yeah.
And he was trying to go back to school because he promised his father, but they were like, nah. And
Yeah.
then Wendy hacked into it and was like talking and giving him Ice Age lines. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, she
Ice
was
Age.
watching Ice Age.
It's
That was the
fucking
other movie
stupid.
they were watching, Ice Age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, it's fucking dumb. So while the Lost Boys are on the ship looking for the search and rescue team, they encounter some creatures. They see the plant monster, and then we get the eyeball monster, which is called the T-Oculus, or the Oculus, one of the two, who they first find attached to a dead cat. So, Rod, was this creepy to you?
It was absolutely creepy
Damn.
the way that fucking cat turned around with that fucking big ass eye. That shit was creepy, and then he started coming out the eye to try to get on the one.
That shit was crazy.
The one kid. Yeah, man, that shit was crazy as hell. So I thought that was interesting, and that one is really, really interesting because I'm like, what is the motive of that one? I don't quite know yet.
Of the
The
eyeball
eye
one?
one, yeah.
Just to take over the host and be able to use it for its own whatever.
But for what though?
Yeah, contact the shitty writers of the show.
Yeah, because it at one point it seemed like it was going against the Xenomorph, and then another point it seemed like it was not for the alien life forms. Y'all remember that? Oh yeah,
That it was not against the Xenomorph?
yeah. It was fighting the Xenomorph at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but when was it trying to help the Xenomorph?
Later on,
later on,
I remember
I thought it was trying to help later on when it made the Hornets eat the guy when they bumped the glass so they can eat him.
That wasn't there, but there was no Xenomorph in there.
You know what? Because I thought they all were a part of the same clan.
See, that's another reason I thought this was stupid.
Okay.
All these creatures, they all talked to each other somehow and decided, hey, we're gonna fuck this crew up together. Mm-hmm. It made no sense.
I don't even think they were doing that though.
But they were, because they were all trying to kill the crew.
I think they were just trying to take over as host. I thought.
No. What I'm saying is, like, the plant monster was trying to kill the crew, the slug things were trying to kill the crew, and the Oculus were trying to kill the crew.
I think they were just acting as predators.
Predators. I think they said that in the series.
But
too.
it seemed like they started working together.
I think there was only one that was really working.
The Oculus was working.
And I think the Oculus had its own agenda.
It wanted to create chaos because they know it's its best way out. I thought everything else was just being like a predator in their environment.
And
like
see, I
you in
didn't
the
think it
jungle,
wanted
you
to
get
do
ate by a
that.
tiger. What's it?
Because the Oculus was trying to help the lady in the lab that time.
He's trying to help her? What was he trying to help her?
Yeah, he was trying to tap on the glass like, look, this motherfucker trying
it
to
No, he was
wasn't.
trying to distract her.
Yes, it was distracting her.
So the other thing could get out. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're working together, and it's like, wait, why?
Oh, I thought. See, that whole time I thought she was trying to warn her that this motherfucker trying to get in your water.
No. Nah.
That's crazy.
So, okay. So when Joe encounters the Xenomorph at the party, what'd y'all think of that scene? Do you remember the party with the people with the
this
wigs?
shit was crazy because that
Yeah.
thing came in there and messed everybody up, bro. Joe should have been killed, but the black guy came in and saved him again. Joe kept getting saved.
He did.
Yeah, but I did fuck with him though.
The black guy, the cyborg.
Yeah,
I liked him.
Yeah, I liked him. But he came through. He wasn't fucking around like the cyborg.
The Xenomorph or the cyborg?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
liked
the
him.
cyborg.
But yeah, no, this was dope because you got a chance to see the Xenomorph just go to work and it was slaughtering everybody. Joe should have been dead, but it is what it is.
Yeah, he kept getting saved. So I thought that was a little annoying. Just, stop putting him in these predicaments. You're just going to keep him alive. And he sliced up the one in half, but he was still walking around. So was that other one like a cyborg or
No, it was
or something? Why would he still?
blood? Like the cyborgs, maybe. Remember they have the milk-looking shit that comes out
They
of them.
do, but they had like three kind. They had a half hybrids, cyborgs.
What was the black dude?
He was a
hybrid?
cyborg.
What was Danny? Well, what was the white haired dude?
The white hair.
He was like
The
a
security
He
for
was
the
like a no.
training.
He was like an old age one. He was
Yeah,
like
that's
he
what
was
I
a
thought.
robot.
he was like the same thing,
Yeah,
but he was just
They
like
both the same thing.
I think they like both the same thing, but he was just like an earlier version of him.
that's what I thought.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought they were different because of the conversation that they had with each other.
He was an earlier version.
But they
Of
were
him.
talking like they wasn't the same thing.
They were, but it's kind of
did
like
call him
the
old.
Terminator shit, like the T-1000
Gotcha.
or whatever, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm better" or whatever. That's how I took it. Yeah.
I thought Mike was gonna have all the answers.
I don't have any answers because this show is stupid.
A lot of this stuff is new to us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff is just kind of made up for this show.
Got it. Okay.
I didn't play the video games and shit either. So some of the shit could be from the video games, but I didn't care enough about the characters to go look any of it up because I was just like, well, this is not interesting to me. But the Xenomorph attacks, but it doesn't kill Morrow. But then Wendy and Smee, who's one of the other cyborgs or whatever, They find Joe, but instead of leaving, Kirsch wants him to go secure a room full of xenomorph eggs. But once they get there, the episode ends with a xenomorph grabbing Joe and Wendy running after him. Y'all on board yet?
I was almost
I've been
there.
on board.
I was
Cool,
almost
man.
there by this point.
Yeah.
That was interesting, the way that one ended out. So I was like, I've been watching them throughout the week, but then that one made me hit play on the next one.
Oh, so you watching them week to week?
No.
Oh.
I started and stopped because I didn't know if I could finish.
I was watching week to week. Yeah, that's probably
Oh,
why I
you
didn't
watched
like
it week to week.
Yeah, why wouldn't I? That's
I
probably
didn't.
why you
I
like
wasn't.
it.
I wasn't up on it. I watched them all at the same time.
It's an alien show. Alien's one of my favorite franchises. I was like, I'm on fucking board.
I
And
wonder.
then no.
Yeah. I wonder if that's why your experience.
I think
is
that's
like
probably why.
That what? How does a show be terrible week to week, but all of a sudden,
'Cause it happens.
Watch it. You get to watch it back to back. You ain't got to wait on like
We say that
plot
all the
points
time.
and stuff to develop out. I
it's
think
still a
sometimes-
bad like Walking Dead is still not a great show, but it's better when you binge it.
And
Because
that's all I'm saying. It
But
maybe
you're getting
it's
through
better.
the bad parts. That's
But-
why it's easier to binge.
But it may be more forgiving because you're able to pick up
Right
where
there.
something like where you thought something might have been lagging, and not instead of sitting on it for a whole week.
Like you asked me, did I watch Power earlier? Like I was watching that week to week. I had to stop because it was so bad. But then once I binged it wasn't as bad.
it's still bad though.
Interesting.
But it was
Not
better.
as bad. It's
You're
still
right.
bad.
But it was better when I binged it.
It's better than. Never mind, I'm not even getting this one. So, starting with Marcy in episode 3, she finds Joe, but then she gets attacked by the xenomorph, and the battle ends with Marcy killing it by chopping its head off before succumbing to her wounds alongside Joe, who also succumbs to his. So, whoever wants to jump in, what do you think of this sequence?
I thought she was a shit creep when they got locked in there.
You thought she
got
was
locked
low?
in there with the thing.
I don't know. She had a paper cutter, so works out great.
How did
I don't get. I still to this day don't. I didn't go back and rewatch it, but this actually I made it to the episode. No, where did I go? I think I made it all the way to episode 3, and I'm like, is she gonna beat this xenomorph like in a one-on-one fight? And she did.
with no weapon?
she had the paper.
She had a
You
fucking
sleep-
paper cutter.
Oh, you sleeping?
No. You're sleeping on aliens and xenomorphs. If I can shoot a xenomorph and it doesn't kill it, how the fuck am I killing it with a paper cutter, bro?
That paper cutter is fucking heavy duty. And you know that because you went to Earth school.
Dude.
That shit ain't no joke. I always like, man, somebody can fuck
But
themselves
this
up
thing
on this
bleeds
thing.
acid.
I feel you.
This shit was so
I
stupid.
feel you. But she was superhuman though.
Yeah, like a fucking Avenger.
I just and we didn't even see it. We just kind of heard it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, she got fucked up. Of course, she couldn't get fucked up because she's one of the main characters. So it's just like, man, this thing really beat a xenomorph.
That's
like
how
that?
they cheated. They didn't show it to us because they know they had no way for her to beat it if they showed it to us.
She
Especially with the
chopped
bleed
its head
acid.
off with a paper cutter, y'all.
Well, she died, y'all. Like she didn't defeat it. They had to bring her back to life. So
But
they
she still
defeated
won.
each other.
She still won. She killed it. She chopped its head off.
But she died doing it.
She chopped its head off with a paper cutter.
I-
How is this not bothering y'all?
Because she died as well.
But that doesn't make the paper cutter stronger than it is. It wasn't like it was a magical paper cutter.
Them shits are heavy duty. When she first ripped it off,
And she didn't really die, though.
give me a second. When she first ripped it off, I was like, what the fuck? She really gonna use that as a weapon? And I thought about it. I'm like, no, them motherfuckers. Y'all know what these things are? Them shits are heavy.
Yes, a box cutter is what we talking about.
No.
A paper
Where
cutter.
you saw a box cutter?
It's a paper cutter. Like it's heavy duty. It's heavy. And she ripped the blade off of the shit. The blade is sharp as fuck.
Sharper than a bullet?
Like, it is sharper than a bullet, but it doesn't have the same impact. But with her wielding it, yeah.
This shit was so dumb, dog.
I thought it was a cool weapon.
This shit was so dumb. These fucking these space marines have these fucking rifles that they be shooting at these aliens. They bam, 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 bam. But oh, here come
But
Marcy
the
with a
alien
paper
usually
cutter.
try to duck them. No, they don't just let them shoot them.
They do get hit, and it doesn't kill them. If you even
It's like
even
armor,
throughout
'cause
this,
it's like
it's like armor.
Yeah.
But she can cut his head off with a. I'm not. Yeah, it's just fucking.
And don't it bleed
stupid.
acid, right?
It does bleed acid.
And then I was gonna say, I was like,
eat through
well,
a paper cutter.
Yeah.
If the acid can bleed and soak through multiple layers of a ship, where'd she get this fucking vibranium ass paper cutter?
It
Like,
doesn't
look
make
at that
sense.
shit. This shit is like a big ass machete. Like this
Acid
shit is
eats
fucking.
through the ship. Why would it not eat through a paper cutter?
It's fucking vibranium, man. I don't know.
Rob be tuning out and just tuning back in.
Yeah.
This shit was dumb. All right,
don't know,
well,
man.
I'm
I
glad
don't
y'all
know.
like this. So, Morrow finds Slightly, Smee, and Morrow. Oh, sorry. Morrow finds Slightly and Smee, and he kind of like holds them up and like he chokes Slightly, and he puts a little thing in his neck.
What was it?
It was like a thing that helps him
Transmitter?
talk to him later.
Oh, okay.
It's like a little hacker thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we find out that Morrow's working with Yutani to bring the creatures back. And we also find out that he's able to communicate to Slightly through whatever he put in his neck. So was it interesting to see them experimenting on one of Joe's lungs with the Xenomorph?
Yeah. Yeah, that was in the bottle, and then the Xenomorph came out of that motherfucker, right? Yeah, that was interesting because I was like, I didn't know they could do that.
Right.
You know, there was definitely some creepy ass experiments that they were doing.
Yeah.
Which of course were going to lead to doom later on. But nah, that was pretty dope because he had took the little thing out, and then later on she said that motherfucker was screaming and shit like that. So
She heard it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Like she did hear it. I was wondering how that tied or whatnot. So I still a little confused on that. But yeah, I like how he took the face hugger and basically dissected that shit and pulled out the embryo of it to experiment with it. That
Yeah, that
motherfucker
was
was
cool.
smart as hell, man. Like he was smart, and I liked his role.
I did too. He was one of my favorite characters.
Mhm. Yeah, I liked him, and I like the Yutari is her name. Yutani. Yeah, I liked her too. I like she's like, oh, you're thinking of my grandmother. Like, yeah, it's been 65 years. She's like, yeah, I took over the company. So no, I mean, I thought it was very fleshed out and developed.
I did too.
I did. I'm really surprised you didn't.
It's because he watched it week to week.
Right.
That's so stupid.
Nah, so this shit is bad, dog.
I think you gotta go back. I don't think
Again, I'm
you're gonna
glad
have
y'all
it.
liked it.
Yeah, I think you're gonna. I think you're gonna come around to it.
I'm not. As a super fan of this franchise, this absolutely aggravated the fuck out of me.
Interesting.
Multiple times. And I haven't even gotten to the parts that really fucking pissed me off. But so yeah, like y'all were just hinting at, Marcy can now feel the Xenomorphs. So the next episode starts with her they're adjusting her hearing so it doesn't hurt her, but now she realizes that she can speak the language of the Xenomorphs. Raise your hand if you thought this was cool.
I thought this was fire.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Especially when he said. Especially when he
She
said
didn't
like.
figure it out. He figured it. The trillionaire dude figured it out, and he was like, "If you're a machine, and if you can hear it, you can regurgitate that sound."
Mm-hmm.
I thought that whole like him walking her through that thinking process of you just don't know how to do it yet.
And then the hater kid.
Yeah.
She knew French and shit. I just
Facts.
learned he's like you fucking French. Like speak this shit.
Right, talk this, and then her thinking about it, and you seeing that apply in real time, and her thinking about it, and then doing the sound. I thought that was cool.
Why was this bothering you?
Because we have been in this universe
Mm-hmm.
for so many decades.
Okay.
Now this is creeping up on acolyte territory for me. Because now we're realizing that they figured out that a machine can speak to Xenomorphs. But when we're talking about however many years later, and we're on the ship with Ripley in the first one, or we're on the ship with Ripley and the Space Marines in the second one, they are going to have to explain why at no point anybody said, hey, man, I know the language of these things. Maybe I can talk to them and get them to stop fucking us up. They got to explain this shit. Just like the fucking acolyte had to explain why Keanu Mundi never knew that there was another fucking Sith. Like, they're just adding shit to these stories and not thinking them through.
This wasn't a good idea. The fact that we can talk to them now, that they have a language. The only way they can make this make sense, Mike, is that they're going to have to say that everybody that knew
Everybody
this was
died.
possible. Yeah. It's the only way. And it seems like towards the end that's kind of maybe where they were going to go with it. But yeah, I just...
So dumb, dude.
So this is. So let me get it straight. So this Alien Earth is before the first Alien movie.
Yes,
How do we know that?
because they said it.
Yeah, there's a timeline.
Yeah, it's 2120. And the original Alien is in.
I mean, there's a photo they released that has all of the timeline
Yeah.
of the movies and the series.
So this is like a prequel to Alien.
Yeah, it's like right before Alien Covenant, and yeah,
That's
I
right.
think so. So yeah,
Yeah. So this is 2120. The Alien film is in 2122.
So this is right
So-
before that.
This
Yeah.
is
So
2
2 years later, no one knows that there was a machine on Earth that could speak the language.
yeah,
It's just stupid.
It was weird. I wasn't that much of a fan of it, especially how it was utilized
Thanks for ruining it for me, Mike.
I'm sorry.
for the rest of the series. Basically turning a xenomorph into a pet dog.
We'll get there.
But anyway,
But, yeah.
but yeah. So I don't know why they did this, and what made her so special to be able to tune in and hear it, where no other one of the other sense creatures, sense could.
Made no sense.
He told her she was special.
That's
They're all
not
the
enough.
same. They're all designed
That's
the
not
same.
enough.
Spike.
They're all designed the same, but they weren't developing the same way.
And they was
But she
they
developed
Kept,
to the point where she can speak another.
I think they kept alluding
Just
to her
They
being
have
a
super
genius.
hearing?
They kept alluding to her being like a genius or something, though.
She was a child.
A child prodigy.
No, she
No,
wasn't.
they never said
no,
she
she
was
wasn't. They never
child
said
prodigy.
that.
I thought that's
Well,
why
before
he
she was
her
able to
favorite.
do that, she was already able to hack into the systems and all this other shit.
Yes, but for her to be able to immediately learn how to speak the xenomorph language, it was just a useless thing to add to the show. It's just dumb.
That's a lot of processing power. She figured that shit out like quickly.
Man, I hated this shit so fucking bad,
So-
dude. Okay, so let's jump to a part that I did think that was kind of cool. Did y'all like them testing the alien eyeball on the lamb?
That was fire. That was creepy as hell the whole time. It's funny that you can make a lamb scary. Like, you walk in a room and you see that thing, that motherfucker looking at you with that big eye. Hey man, I'm out of there, Ken.
I didn't think they were going to show it as much as they did. I was surprised and impressed. I was like, they gonna punk out, and they showed that motherfucker.
Go for that eyeballs, pluck the other one out, go in. I'm like, damn.
I really like that. If this was not an alien show, I think I would have thought it was fine. Because that little eyeball jammer was crazy.
Yeah, he was started the series.
So what did you think about the whole thing with Morrow and Slightly, about how he talks him into getting a xenomorph egg by blackmailing him, saying he's going to hurt his parents? Which is, again, this is why they made them kids, because they're easy to manipulate and it makes the story easier for them to write.
However, even adults would fall under that sort of pressure when their family is threatened. Because I thought the same thing, and I had to go, well, we've seen in movies they do it with adults too, so I kind of let that go. But of course, it made it easier for him to do it because he's still younger. But I didn't even know they were really even in contact with their parents or family like that.
They're not. But he still doesn't want his parents dead.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, so but yeah, I mean, it was a way to compel him to do his bidding, and it worked. He struggled with the decision, but it worked.
Were y'all intrigued when, I'll ask Rod, when Marcy started chilling with the little xenomorph that hatched from Joe's lung, and she was just like, hey, little baby.
Yeah, I mean, you had to do that to establish what they were trying to show later. That they were, she could kind of communicate with them. I mean, because we've seen Xenomorphs like fucking not fuck with us for all these movies, and and so they had to establish like this relationship between her and the Xenomorph. So yeah, I was fine with it.
Y'all were fine with it too?
Yeah.
No, you wasn't.
I was infuriated.
You want these motherfuckers to fuck up.
That's
niggas.
what they are.
But that was
They only serve the queen. And
And
there's
that-
no
and that- and
way
they were
that
treating
thing-
her like she was the
that
queen.
doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Because it
The
didn't-
queen wasn't there.
Yeah, but why her though? And
Right.
I asked that because
'Cause they relate.
like no they're not.
They are related.
How? There's
Because
no
she-
relationship
because
to
she
them.
hatched, she hatched
Came
from
from
Joe's
Joe's lung, and that's her brother.
No, but
that's
why
so that's
would
their auntie.
it should have been Joe though, and that's kind of the disconnect. Like you know, we've seen historically in movies and stuff like, oh, well, it thinks I'm the mom when it's born or, you know, just born and look at it. We said in Wild Robot or whatever we just saw a while ago. But this came out of Joe. And yeah, she was the first person. I think it was the first person that it saw. But you can clearly see that don't look anything like you, bro. You know, so yeah, it just, I was like, oh, she can talk and play with this thing? Like it's not a threat to her at all?
This was dumb as fuck to me.
I didn't get it. All because
So
she can.
aggravated. Yeah.
Like, what the-
She over here talking like the little motherfuckers in Us. All right. Well, we get to episode 5, which some people call this the best episode of the season. This is the flashback episode to what happens on the Maginot.
Yes.
So Morrow's awakened because a fire happens, and I'm going to start trying to skip over shit because this is going long, just like I thought it would.
It's the whole series. You're doing well. You are.
You
It did.
well, we are
like it.
40 minutes in.
But he's at the halfway point.
Yeah.
Or more
40
than
minutes
half.
in.
Yeah, 40 minutes. Right.
Yeah, that's good.
No, it's not.
Halfway
This means
in?
this whole thing's gonna be an hour and 20 long. which
It's a whole series.
I'll take an hour and 20
For a whole
but it's
series.
your fault. No, it's not. I'm just kidding. All right, so Morrow wakes up. There's a fire on the ship, and it's caused the face huggers to get out and attach the 2 officers. One of the officers is dead because they tried to cut the tail off, and the other one is alive. What did y'all think of this part? I'm gonna start with you, Spike.
Oh.
Well, whoever, go ahead.
Yeah, it was like throwback Alien to me because you see them on their faces and all that, and we already know how that. Well, I know you don't, but yeah, we know how that whole sequence of events going. So I thought that was cool to be able to kind of like, oh yeah, we know what happened here. Fuck, shit got crazy. Yeah. So I thought that was cool.
I love the fact that they didn't know any better. So, you know, you think that you thought the doctor should have known?
Yes.
Really?
Why?
Because they went out to collect these specimens.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was like, maybe we should really secure these things and figure out what they do.
How would you though if you don't see them in action?
Why would you bring their ass back on the ship and not ask any questions?
Well,
That's
so
what they were sent to do, though.
they
Yeah.
were sent to collect specimens.
I
Right?
sort of understand, but to a certain degree, I understand with Rock because I don't think they even. There's a lot we don't know.
These were the dumbest scientists I've ever seen.
Yeah,
in a
there's a
movie.
lot we don't know, and like, how did you know where to go look for them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I get that.
I'm not dinging that part.
But that would lead credence to what you're saying. Is like if you know where to find them, then you should have some idea of what they are and what they do. So I can get that, but I do like the fact that it was like, oh yeah, it wrapped around his neck. I just tried to cut it off, and oops, like acid came out of it, just severed his head. It was like they really didn't know anything about these creatures and what they do. But I also don't know how they would be able to get close enough to study them to get any information.
So when we look at the original Alien and the way that they were tricked into bringing this thing back on the ship, or even when you're looking at Aliens, the way they were tricked and manipulated into bringing these things back on the ship, that made sense. This doesn't make sense to me. This wasn't like a big crew. It was just like a couple of dudes. And they were just like, hey, go to this planet and there's some like eggs. Just go get one of these eggs. And that's it. And they bring it back on. And then this happens and they're just like, all right, well, I don't know. And they didn't even seem upset
No, they did.
that the dude was killed because acid came. They were just like, oh yeah, we tried to fucking chop me. Acid came out. This is crazy. It was like, what am I watching here?
If they
Well, that's
just
how
got-
doctors would be though.
I think they would.
No, they wouldn't. That was their friend.
Yeah, they would be more upset.
Well, the
that
girl
they
was
lost life.
upset.
Yeah, because that was
The
The
one-
doctor
the
was
one-
really aloof. He was like, yeah, I was trying to do this, and then
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it was almost like a joke.
It was really weird. He was very.
I thought
light
that was
about the
speaking.
situation.
I thought that was speaking more to his incompetence than anything, though. I just took him as
Well,
incompetent.
it showed up later,
Right.
But if they only brought back eggs, then yeah, I can also see them not knowing
What's
what would
in the
happen.
egg?
Yeah,
And yeah.
but now, now I'm asking the question: how'd you get close enough to get to the egg if you're human?
Well, I
I
mean,
thought
that
they broke
happened.
out. Yeah, didn't they break out?
What do you mean?
The face huggers.
Yeah, but when
But they
you
brought
get,
eggs back on the ship, and then the eggs opened.
yeah, when you get close to the eggs, they start to
Open. Damn. Just
Yeah, they don't know
somewhere
that.
else.
But they didn't know that.
But his point is the whole thing with xenomorph eggs is when you get close to them, they realize that's a human or a host, and they
Yes.
immediately start to open.
Right.
So if you're human, how are you even getting close enough to it to pick 2 eggs up and bring it on a ship?
That's why I never
without
tapped
it
the key-
opening.
Yeah, that's why I
That's
never
what you're
tapped the
saying.
sense.
Maybe the black dude did it.
He's still human
Cyborg.
though.
Yeah,
Oh, he.
I don't think they open up for him though. They don't open up for him.
Did it ever show him getting close to a xenomorph egg?
I don't think they open up for them. Like same way they open up for the silverhead guy.
But
But it
he's,
opened
he's
up
all the
for-
way. He's an actual robot body. The black guy is part human, part machine.
Oh, so that's it.
Maybe they open them halfway for him.
Yeah, because this
So,
shit don't make no sense. So you have to like stretch your.
I know I'm
you
asking too many questions, but
No,
I
you're
did
not.
like how naive and stupid they were because they wouldn't know that when this thing wraps his neck around it, that it would tighten, and then if you cut it, it would bleed acid. You know, it should have scared the shit out of them for the rest of the damn ride home.
What was they gonna do though? Like even if they had like responded to what y'all saying, what was it? They in space.
At least give me like when it happened in Alien, they were like, "Oh fuck," and they had to go run down the fucking stairs and go look and see what's going on. These guys are just like, "Oh yeah, tried to cut it and it killed this guy that we've known for the past however many months. He's just dead."
And let's just freeze it and put it in this thing.
Yeah, I was stupid.
Yeah,
But they didn't know any better.
Yeah.
They didn't know it was gonna hatch.
well, that leads to the next scene. They try to freeze the officer with the face hugger, but after finding out that the fire ruined their navigation system, they see that the xenomorph has now hatched out of the guy that was frozen, and they have to go try to hunt it. But let's talk about the scene with her name is Shibuzu. This is the chick that looked like Arnold Drummond with the little mini afro.
She does like him. Wow.
Damn.
Let's talk about Chibuzi.
Didn't he call her
and the lab.
chlamydia?
No, that was the other guy they were calling chlamydia.
Oh, okay.
I'd be fucked up if they were calling her chlamydia. That's dirty. Let's talk about her in the lab.
Oh, this was creepy.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, creepy?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you think about this scene? Let's go.
Yeah, I thought this was creepy. I thought it was intense because that thing got out, just shot its load in fucking water.
That's what I thought too. I was like, it totally nutted in her
My
water.
God,
That's disrespectful
damn.
as fuck.
And so the whole time I'm like, damn, when is she gonna drink this shit? Oh my God, she gonna be so fucked up if she drank this. So that whole and they kept playing around with that because she kept like kind of looking at it, playing, picking it up. So I thought that was interesting. I thought the eye was trying to save her. I did not know the eye was trying to distract her.
It was definitely.
They
not
made a
trying to
point to
save
say that thing was intelligent later
Yeah.
on, and that
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
smart.
yeah.
It has human level, probably more
human.
intelligence than a human.
Yeah, so but that makes more sense on how it calculated the Hornets thing that happened. But no, yeah, I thought this scene was good. I thought this scene was really good.
Spike, do you think this scene was really good?
I thought she was careless. Like at this point, I thought everybody on the ship was incompetent except for the black dude.
Ding!
Like if you like, this is a high tech lab,
Jesus fucking Christ.
and you are in space, and like they just willy nilly like shit falling over, and like this one, I get your gripe on this because I said the same thing as I was watching. I was like, man, why are these people so dumb?
But she had it sealed. She doesn't have
her
the
bottle open
this shit
in
dangerous
a
in here.
lab. I wouldn't even go to a hoarder house with roaches and leave my bottle open. You're in a lab.
That's human incompetence, and they tend to relax
'Cause they've
and
been there
violate
so long.
protocols as they get comfortable.
yeah.
With specimens you don't know what they do.
Yeah.
But they're locked up though, as far as she knows.
Man. Ooh.
So I do agree, but I
shoot
can.
bail, bro.
I'm sure that shit happens a lot until even now somebody got their shit exposed. The issue I had with it is that you have predators, you have dangerous creatures, and when they walked in and they were like, oh, let's secure the spot, and she was like, oh well, if it wasn't secure, we have a red light on, blah 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 blah. But nevertheless, you just saw this thing gotta attack somebody. The Morrow was telling you that it was more than likely sabotage. And you're in there still running experiments and not trying to get to the heart of the matter of what happened, and just teasing the things. Like, oh, what she say? Take a picture. She said, take a picture of the eye.
Dumb,
Talking to shit, and it's also human arrogance to think that they're the smartest thing on the planet,
True.
and that nothing is ever as smart as them just because it doesn't look like them.
True.
At this point, that thing was out, right? The
What thing?
Xenomorph.
Yeah.
It was out.
Yeah.
The Xenomorph
so-
is out running around, and she's in there fucking drinking
Yes,
water,
that
hanging
was
out in the lab.
Yeah, that
This is
was
stupid.
part of the issue. I was like, there's this thing running around, this dangerous creature, and you're in here running experiments.
Well, that's a sealed room.
Yeah, but this still a dangerous creature running around that could get in there.
No, the creature couldn't get in this containment unit. No,
How do you know that?
because it was a sealed containment. They couldn't get
They
inside
get in
this room.
every room. They get in every single room.
And
What do
there
you
are
mean?
air ducts. There has to be some sort of ventilation.
Not this room.
Why are you just making stuff up?
I'm not making anything
How
up.
do you know all this?
They showed it. They
How
showed
do you-
that this room had like 3 fucking doors that closed behind it and
But
shit.
what makes you think the Xenomorph can't get through that?
They didn't show it. They didn't show it.
You're right.
I still think there are sort of ventilation shafts or air ducts or something that it could have crawled through. But
Not in this room.
This motherfucker headbutts these things all the time, and eventually they break. Just like it broke into the room where Morrow was locked
he
up
did
in.
get in there.
Which room was that?
And he sealed that motherfucker off. He
Right.
welded the door.
We'll get to that part.
But the other thing though that I had an issue is she didn't even secure the thing when she put it back.
Yeah, because
She thought she
cage
did.
failed, didn't it?
That's the issue.
Yeah.
You're a scientist.
These
Your
are
job
dumb
is to make sure
scientists.
you see that motherfucker go to green. And that's the only way he got out. Because if it would have been sealed, he would have still been contained. But once he saw that it was red, all he had to do was, which was smart, pretty cool.
And he looked and seen that. That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
He
this
got
is the issue that I have with the writing on this show. Is like people will be like, well, you know, you have to have people doing stupid stuff, otherwise this other thing can't happen. But it's like, well, why don't you just make the characters semi-intelligent and then make things fucked up that still happen to them, because that makes the story move better. In the original Alien, I don't remember ever thinking like, oh, these guys are dumb as fuck.
Yeah, I definitely thought that watching this series.
But this was my favorite episode. Like this,
Yeah, this was-
was definitely.
That's why I brought it
good.
up earlier,
It's-
because this tied that, because
that
that
was-
brought that home.
My bad.
No, that's
I
all
was
saying.
wondering the whole time those 4 episodes. Like, what happened on
Yeah.
the ship?
You were wondering?
I was wondering.
Okay, were
Yeah.
you wondering what happened when the dude drank the water and was infected by the ticks?
Why he drank her water?
Because
Because
he
he
was
had something
choking.
spicy.
Something-
Yeah.
Oh, he had
or
something
maybe it was something spicy or he was choking. I can't
Yeah, I think
remember.
It was
choking.
spicy.
He said, yeah, he
totally
coughed and
makes
said
sense,
that was
right?
spicy.
I'm just gonna take your water and
Yeah,
drink
you
it.
just
Sure,
pick
yeah,
up my
yeah.
cup, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I was
And
like,
then
oh my
he
God.
starts puking up blood. They bring him into the lab,
Oh.
and they cut him open, and then they're trying
Those
to pull one of the
things
ticks off, and the tick farts, and everybody dies.
This was so stupid.
Really?
Oh my god,
This was
dude.
fire.
Bro, Rod, I was
Oh
one
my
of the
god.
Okay, the reason why I feel like this is stupid is because they just did a failed experiment on somebody else and killed somebody.
Pulling the ticks off, you thought that would have happened though?
I wouldn't think that would happen, but at this
You
point,
have
I'd be
to
like,
be-
we're out of our depth.
You
Well,
have,
yeah, I think he's dead already. I'm like, this ain't gonna help. This ain't gonna bring this man alive.
but the thing is, he
I
didn't
did think that.
you can't take that chance because you don't know anything about these creatures. You have no knowledge of it at all.
But you're also trying to save.
A dude that's clearly dead.
Is he clearly dead?
He's clearly dead, and
I thought it was clearly
I
dead, but they
wanted
thought
to
they could still save him.
experiment on the
No,
little
they were
things
trying to
that
get.
they
It was like
found.
I'm trying to save his life. Let's get
Yes.
the ticks off.
Yeah.
but you just tried to save somebody else's life and killed him.
right, and then
that's-
he did it again.
Somebody else tried to save somebody else's life, not that particular person.
No, I thought it was the same doctor.
I thought it was the same guy, but even if it wasn't, we know that somebody
Yeah,
tried
it
to
was the
save
same
somebody's
doctor.
life and died.
Well, you gotta try, right?
No, they
I
just.
mean, even if you got to try, I'm fine with that. The bumblebee farted, Rod.
It wasn't a.
It was a
fart.
fart.
It was like I think
was
they
a
were
green
pumping
fart.
It's
pumping
like a
something
s-
inside that was it on his lungs or something. So it was- once they
was on his digestive
pulled him off, it
It
came out
farted.
of his lungs. No, I thought that.
It
Nah,
farted.
it's a defense mechanism of the tick. It's like a
So
stink
like a
bug,
skunk.
bro.
Fine.
It's
It was
skunk,
still
stink
stupid.
bug,
It was
whatever.
stupid.
Still stupid.
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily know it was stupid, but
I don't think it should have
but-
killed him like that. I don't think it should have been that toxic to where it killed them.
Hey, I am glad y'all enjoyed this shit, man.
I thought it was fun.
Oh my god, this motherfucker farted, and y'all like, yeah, he killed everybody.
Yeah, sure. When you say it farted
Silent
and it
but
killed him,
deadly
that
for real.
sounds
For real.
crazy.
Yeah, it was
I
like
just
a
wanted to
skunk.
see what would happen because you knew something was going to happen when he tried to pull the tick off. And that's where I was like, oh my God, you stupid idiots. I just don't like the decision of trying to just save him. Like,
Would you don't like the decision of him trying to save the man?
My thing is, you got a fucking lab, and nothing in this ship can say, "Hey, man," because in the original, which is only 2 years later, they're able to scan. I forget the guy's name. They're able to scan him and see what that thing is down his throat. You got these fucking unpause pro homo. You got this guy with his whole chest opened up and some locusts. And you're just like, let me just pull it off. This is the future. Let me just pull this shit off. I'm like, dude, this is so dumb. But okay, fine. Morrow discovers that somebody has sabotaged the ship. And the guy did it because he was promised a new body by Cavalier. Y'all tell me, was this cool when they figured out who it was?
I think it gave him good motive. Yeah.
And I think it was smart. I like Cavalier's character, and I like the fact that he caused he tried to act like it was an accident. We found out to the 5th episode that he set all of this up so he could examine whatever they had going on.
Oh, that seemed pretty obvious to me.
You thought he was behind it the whole time?
I was like, oh, he's absolutely behind
What
this.
gave you that impression?
The shitty ass writing of this show and the way he was acting the whole time. And the fact that we have not seen what happened on the ship. I was like, the ship was sabotaged. Somebody made it crash. I bet you Boy Cavalier has a part in it.
Interesting. I did not think that.
Well, did y'all think it was cool when they figured out who it was that sabotaged the ship?
That it was somebody we didn't even see or know about.
Thank you!
When the Asian guy was like, just because they AirPods on don't mean they in there?
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm talking about something different.
It's the same thing. It's led up to that.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, okay, if you want to talk about Tang real quick, we can. That irritated the fuck out of me.
Misdirect.
It was a complete misdirect, and it was a cheap misdirect because it was like, look, we're watching the show. You're making it overly obvious
that he didn't do it.
That Tang is creepy and maybe evil, so therefore we know he didn't do anything.
Right.
That's true.
So then you're skipping to this guy who we don't even know. So why would we care that it was, oh my God, it was Pachinski. Pachinski did it? Who the fuck is Pachinski?
And then they in a shootout.
Then they have a shootout on the ship.
I think
He messed them up, though.
And when they're hiding behind the little thing, there's the one guy that's already shot, and then there's Morrow, who is in clear view of the door. The dude comes in and shoots the guy he already shot? This is dumb, dude.
I was like, how he get shot?
it makes sense that he was able to turn him with the promise of the new body because he talked about it later as far as using low intelligence people to get what he wanted. I feel like he thought that dude was probably the dumbest dude on the ship, and that's how I get him to flip. And
Then
promise him
they should have given us this episode 5 should have been 2 episodes. Make us connect to these characters. Make us surprised that it's Pachinski or whatever the fuck his name was. I wasn't surprised because I was like, I don't know who the fuck this dude even is. So I don't care.
Yeah, I don't think
It didn't bother me the way it did, but I did feel like it was they were definitely cheating and trying to be slick.
No, that's normally a cheat for me, but it didn't bother me that much on this one.
Woo. All right. So the Xenomorph attacks the super fine ass brown woman.
Okay.
she played it.
Did y'all like this scene when the Xenomorph attacks her?
Yeah, like
And she
was
ran
trying to
away.
Die. She spread.
She was.
dirt and shit like that until she saw it, and then she ran.
Yeah.
And then she ran into the Titaculus or whatever that thing was. I just didn't understand why she just stood there.
Yeah, I didn't.
She was shocked.
Yeah, she didn't.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's not even her man that's in there. Her man is dead. Bronsky? Bronsky's out of here. He was the one that had the Xenomorph popped out.
Because she gave the go. She didn't act as a captain, and she gave the go ahead for them to do that, which led to that death. So she was just like mourning in a sense.
I can already see y'all weren't bothered by what I was bothered by. Spike, did you like this scene?
Yeah, I thought it made sense as far as her being the captain and her having to grieve.
You mean her surviving the Xenomorph attack?
How?
She ran.
In the motherfuck. Did she, and granted, again, she was fine as hell, but she didn't look like she was some amazing shaped woman. How the fuck did she outrun the Xenomorph, guys?
Because she stopped them with the doors and stuff.
No. Before that, when she immediately took off.
Oh, she did get a good head start on him.
She didn't, because the Xenomorph was right there.
I feel like she got a good head start on him.
This is where I thought they were kind of playing. It was kind of
That's what.
playing
Yeah,
with
that's
the
what I
prey.
thought you was. That's what I.
That's what I thought. That's why I was like, is he just kind of playing around with this thing or not?
Yeah.
Like, is it really just not gonna just flat out just go ahead and kill her?
This killed me. This scene.
They supposed to be fast or something?
Yes, they're
Oh, yeah,
fast
you're
as
not outrunning
fuck.
this anymore, bro.
And this woman, again, if she was like Jackie Joyner Kersey kind of shape, fine. But she could Dom could have caught her. She ran, and then immediately the Xenomorph went after her, and he's jumping off the walls and shit, and she outran him. I'm like, all right, bro, this show sucks.
They spared her for really no reason at all.
None.
Yeah, that's true.
None.
Like, they spare her all the way to get into the room just to,
They spared her to show that the black dude was evil, or what they wanted us to believe. That
No, he knew
evil.
she was stupid and incompetent.
But we didn't know that he wouldn't have any sympathy for.
Yeah,
her.
we didn't know that. Well,
That's-
we
that's
did
no
know that
reason.
by episode 5 because we already saw that he's kind of evil.
Yeah, he's evil, but he had been on her the whole time. She's in a relationship.
Yes.
He
He was trying to get her kicked off his captain, actually. Right?
He gave her so many opportunities. She
Yes.
failed every single step. And the last ones when she got that guy killed, that's when he was like, I'm
the captain now.
Yeah, I'm the captain.
I'm the captain now.
That's why he didn't care for her anymore, because she's useless. After that point, she's useless. No decision she's made has been beneficial to the ship.
That's why this episode, I'm bugged out by people that loved it so much. They're like, oh my god, this was like the best episode
Because
Why?
it brought everything together.
because it was dropped in the middle of mediocrity.
It gave what I saw a lot of people say is it felt like Alien. It gave an Alien movie vibe.
It
and that's
did
what
because they
liked,
just
yeah.
ripped off Alien.
Yeah.
They just copied what we've already seen.
But they needed to do that though. Because up to this point, remember I said up to this point, everything that was leading up to it was relatively weak. I stopped watching by episode 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna let the episodes pile up because it was really slow in parts for me. And there were good episodes and there were bad episodes. And, it started off hot and then it kind of cooled off. And then I liked this and then it kind of cooled off again. But nevertheless.
Yeah, well, all right. I hated this, but I'm glad y'all thought it was cool. She's killed by the Xenomorph, and then we're taken to present day where Morrow's meeting with Yutani, where he offers to help her retrieve the specimens, which takes us into episode 6.
Mike, I gotta ask you, why the hell did that eye creature think it could beat that Xenomorph?
Well, we haven't gotten there yet.
It's in the same episode.
Did that happen in episode 5?
Yes. Remember when she walked in, she ran away from it, walked in the door.
Oh, you're right.
And that guy was standing there, and that thing was,
and they got into a fist
and
fight.
they got into a fight.
So
And
that's why I thought, that's why I thought that he was against the Xenomorph.
I think so. The only thing I could kind of try to infer from this is that it's just territorial, or that these creatures just will end up just fighting each other for whatever reason, like alpha. Like you're being challenged for your top spot, and for whatever reason, this one little eye with little wavy little octopus whatever tentacles thought it could beat this full-fledged Xenomorph with a human.
This was really stupid.
It made no sense.
And it wasn't even like a young human. This was already an old-ass white human. And he jumped on the Xenomorph's back. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? What am I watching? Is he seriously jumping on his back? And the Xenomorph's...
it was struggling.
Get him off my back.
It really struggled with this.
What the hell is this?
I'm glad I
This
don't know.
is so bad, dude.
But Spike, you don't have to. You see the Xenomorph, and you saw the eye.
Right.
And you saw the human.
Maybe he thought he was smart enough to beat him. Because he's
Smart
supposed to be
enough?
smart.
Yeah.
He
'cause
jumped
it
on
was
his
smart.
back. This
He had a
Archie
hard time
Bunker
getting
looking
him
ass
off.
fucking
Spike.
dude. Man.
You have 4
He jumped on
episodes
his
to
back
watch
and
this
started
thing.
stabbing him.
Spike,
He jumped on his back and started stabbing him.
this thing took out a whole. It was taking down soldiers.
But see, I think it took out soldiers because it had the element of surprise.
And it
In the
wasn't as smart
movie,
as
in
his
the alien
eyeball thing.
movies.
But you know what aliens are, so
That's-
I get you. You know this is
yeah.
stupid.
No, I don't
He
think
doesn't
it's stupid.
think it's stupid. That's the
because
problem.
I think in the other movies it was element of surprise. It was dark. It was smoky. It was like they didn't know they were. Well, I guess they didn't know what they were dealing with either. But you talking about the eye? The eye does know what a xenomorph is.
So I'm gonna jump on his back.
I'm gonna jump on his back and start stabbing him. Yes,
I don't even know if the eye really. It's so much we don't know about the creatures. I don't know if the creatures even know each other.
They got to. I think they do.
How
I
do you know
don't
that they
know,
know
bro.
each other? Like,
That-
Because I think
I-
they got them from the same area. Or
That
something.
I
I don't
had
think
an
so. I
idea.
think they came from different.
yeah, it didn't
places
explain
in the
any of
universe.
that.
Yeah, well, we don't know. They never really told us anything.
And the whole element of surprise stuff is not true because after the element of surprise, after they know they're there and they go out and they're like, okay, here are the xenomorphs, let's go to battle, they still lose. Because you can't fucking kill a you can't.
I knew
Well,
what
one-
the beat things are gonna do.
Because he
Yeah,
had been
because-
watching them. It watches everything because it's an eye.
It ain't got nothing else
Literally
to do but watch. All right, we
Anyway,
got
I'm
3
sorry.
more
I had to go
episodes
back to
left.
that because we couldn't skip that.
Oh my! No, you're right. I for some reason. What time is our meeting? 6.
No, it's supposed to be. Oh yeah, 6.
All
Is
right.
it at 6? No, it's supposed to end at 6.
I thought it was at 5,
It's supposed to end at 6.
but it's 5:30 now.
It looks like when
It was like we piled a lot into the day.
Well,
anyway.
Jalen's not here, so I'm assuming we're not having the meeting then.
He listening. I think he gonna come in.
Oh,
I thought he
okay.
was gonna head here when
All right, I'm gonna try to get through these last 3 episodes. They reprogrammed Nibs to have her memory from before the ship's crash, and then we have the meeting between Cavalier and Yutani where Cavalier tricks her. He tricks her basically into giving him $20 million in damages, but he's also gonna hold the specimens for 6 weeks.
She's so stupid.
She's very stupid.
She should have known that.
Okay, so we're talking about the people making stupid decisions. What did you think about what went down with Toodles when he went to check the lab by himself and got jacked?
Wait, you talking about Toodles is the kid, not the husband.
No, the kid, yeah. Where he walked in the room and the Oculus Lamb was like, hey, I bet if I scare him, he'll fall.
The
You talking about Isaac?
No, his name was Toodles.
The issue I
Talking about
had.
the black dude?
No, it was I don't know what he was, but yeah, he was brown.
Yeah. He renamed himself Isaac after Isaac Newton.
but his
I
name
don't even
still.
remember
Oh,
that,
yeah,
but
he
his name
renamed
was
He
still
himself.
renamed
Toodles.
himself.
He was Toodles, but he renamed himself Isaac.
Man, I don't care.
He was Isaac right now.
Fine.
But either way, Mike, the issue I had is
Isaac got killed by the eye. See, that's deep. Y'all didn't catch that.
Well, he didn't get killed by the eye guy. He
No,
got the
man,
hornet.
never mind. Ken,
why didn't he
talking to
open
Ken, I
the
ain't
door
even
more?
talking
He
to
didn't have to
Franco.
go all the way in.
But see, this is go to the thing where Mike was talking about. You have to excuse this because they're kids.
Because they're kids. Exactly.
No, man.
That's what they're
That's
doing.
what a kid. This when you look at that, the only thing that didn't irritate me about it was like, okay, he's a kid, so he would have tried this dumb
But he
shit.
should have opened the door all the more.
What you mean?
He slightly opened it, leaned in, and held the door with his foot. He could have just opened the door.
There was no reason for him to go all the way inside that fucking room.
Man, once that thing,
This
None.
is true too.
once that thing
doesn't
broke
make any
off the
sense.
outside, they wouldn't have got fed.
For real.
I ain't going. I'm never am I going to think hit this button and walk in there.
But the main question, because it messed them up, the question I had,
It
and you could
did.
tell once he started putting the stuff in, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna get him. But did the gray haired synth set this up?
he seen it happening.
He saw it happening. I don't
was-
think he set it up.
So you didn't think he knew he was gonna go in there and do something stupid?
I don't know. I have no idea.
He probably thought there was a possibility of it because I think he wanted complete chaos. I think he was trying to sabotage everything. Honestly,
Because he said, make sure you follow protocols or whatever, something however he said it. But
protocols are not.
either way, it was
suggestions.
stupid. It was stupid.
Yeah, this. I hated this. I was like, why did he do that? But then you're like, oh, well, they're kids. So that's the only way to explain it away. It's like, man, this is such
And
bad
that thing
writing.
scared the fuck out of me.
But it's like, how would it know that would even happen? Like, it bangs in the door and it just knows that he's going to fall. Why did he even fall over? I can see being
startled.
startled,
He's
but you just
startled.
fall. Who falls
He
over when
lost
they get
his balance.
startled?
He lost his balance.
When have you ever been so scared that you just fall over?
Well, he
Spike?
was already.
He was already bent
hesitant.
over and he
He
lost
was
his
already,
balance
yeah.
because he was
Oh
bending
my
over.
God, this is
but I
so
think
bad.
they were trying to speak to the intelligence of that thing, though.
They were. They're like, oh, I am so intelligent. I bet if I startle him, he'll fall over, and then the little thingies will eat him. But why? Who cares? Who
And then they
cares?
help
What does
him
this
get out.
serve?
Because that leads to me getting out.
When?
How?
He was
nobody
still
got
locked
out.
up.
Yeah.
I think if he got, he knew it, he would get out if there was chaos eventually.
Man, this is super bail. All right, so this takes us to. Oh no, there's just one more thing that happens after disconnecting Marcy's tracker. Arthur is persuaded by Slightly to go into the lab where he's attacked by the facehugger, which I'm sure we all saw coming. This takes us into episode 7.
Which is why they had to fire him.
Yeah, so Marcy decides that it's time for them to leave, which I would love for somebody to explain what the turning point was for Marcy, to where she's like, I'm ready to go.
It was,
'Cause it was Nibs
yeah.
being reprogrammed. Who fucking cares?
She
Nibs
knew.
was traumatized by what happened, and they reset her. It's not like they took all of her memories. They just reset her back to before the traumatizing shit happened.
She didn't like the fact that you were tampering with the mind.
You're a fucking machine, ho.
But that go to what you were saying about Westworld though. Like it was the same thing where these things think that they're like transient beings and they're not. But they're struggling with being what they are.
But it seems like they did Nibs a favor by taking away the trauma.
But she was walking around thinking she was pregnant.
She's clearly crazy.
She was insane. But
This is like space age therapy, Spike.
She wanted the experiences to be genuine, almost like human. And
So
that's
much to the point where I'm going to release a xenomorph and have it kill everybody. It's fucking stupid, man.
Well, a
it's
child
fucking
would do
stupid.
that. But I think, though, the difference I have with this, I get the Westworld comparison, is that these are actually human consciousness and, bodies that don't die, whereas those are actually real robots.
Yeah. Good point.
So at some point, when her brain develops more, I wonder if she's going to look back on this and be like, damn, that was really fucked up. That I had all of those people killed because I was angry that they reprogrammed Nibs. That was really fucked up that I did
And they
that.
weren't treating her like a human, like she was.
Because she's not a fucking human.
She's property at this point.
Right.
Which is why I'm rethinking this whole idea.
So slightly convinces Smee to help him get Arthur to the beach. And once they get there, the Xeno busts out of his chest and runs off down the street. So then they go meet up with Morrow, and they don't have the Xenomorph, so Morrow captures them. But then we go to Cavalier, and he discovers how smart the eyeball creature is. And then we see Joe, Marcy, and Nibs get held up by the Yutani stormtroopers on the boat. Was it cool when Marcy called the Xenomorph to kill the troopers, Rod? When she said, "Sick 'em." Was that cool? And the Xenomorph ran out of the woods and started killing people.
It was cool because, I mean, like I said, they set it up earlier. And, yeah, I thought it was cool that she was actually able to control the Xenomorph. Or it looked at her as the mother or something.
Either one of y'all, do y'all think this was cool when it came up and started killing them when they were in the little Garden of Eden?
And I like how disturbed her brother looked.
I would be too. I'd be like, God, I can't believe I'm in this shitty ass show. This sucks. Oh my God, they're writing so bad here.
I thought it was obvious. I thought with the moment that she was able to start communicating with him, I figured that she was going to be able to use it to her advantage.
Yeah, I thought she kind of mentioned it beforehand. Yeah. We might be able to use them to help us or something like that.
I just want to know why never mind.
Yeah. All right, so Kirsch shows up and he captures the Yutani troops, but Joe, Nibs, and Marcy are held up on a boat by the other troopers. Nibs bugs out and kills this one dude by ripping off his face. But the fight ends with Joe shooting Nibs. End of the episode. Spike, were you like, damn, this is crazy? What did you do? What did you do? You just saw what I did. Why are you asking stupid questions?
Yeah, I don't know why he was conflicted, bro. You was trying to get her out, and now you like bitching up, Joe, after you seen somebody's face get ripped off, and it's like, we got the power. Like you chose the wrong team, like she was saying.
I think those were also his friends.
Yeah, they were his friends.
Man, fuck them. Like,
Damn,
I'm trying to get out. He trying to get off the island with his sister.
I know,
so what?
But bro, you can't.
But that's my point. I do have a problem with it. There was going to be conflict at some point if you're trying to sneak your sister off of this island with your friends who are trying to keep her on the island. So now you got a problem with sneaking your sister off the island because it seemed like you would have knew your friends was going to try to stop you. They the troops.
I liked it because they were now going to the dark side, and I was also like, well, shit, I don't think Nib still got temper tantrum issues.
Something wrong with her. I see you. I see you.
That wasn't necessary, bro.
Yeah, like she got some issues, and this is an unfair fight.
But they told us she had issues, though.
So see, that's another thing.
They thought they erased them. They did not.
How you don't have any ability to stop these things? How?
Then they powerful as hell.
They
But I'm
don't
saying,
have
but-
any controls in place.
But that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
For
Kid Cavalier to be this child prodigy, he's so smart. He doesn't have a way to shut them
I
down.
didn't even think about that, but you're right. That is stupid.
It's super stupid. You created, 5, 6 of these things.
Yeah, they
what
could've
happens
had
if they
like
turn on you?
They could have had like a verbal like command or something to make them stop.
Just like how she,
Like
we'll get to the
Westworld.
next episode, but just like how she's able to stop the one thing.
Facts.
Why do they not have something? It's dumb, dude. It's dumb.
That's true.
But anyway, episode 8, last episode, guys. The hybrids are all imprisoned in a cell with Joe and Morrow imprisoned in another cell, but Marcy uses her powers to shut down the cameras and open the cell door, which why didn't someone know that she could do this to the point where they'd be like, this probably isn't going to help?
That's what they said though. They said this. They probably won't hold him for long.
For long, it shouldn't have held him for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But whatever. What did you think about the showdown with Boy Cavalier, with the whole reveal of what happened with him and all that?
Oh, when he gave that whole monologue about his dad.
Yeah.
So I do have a question. I'll come back to that later. But when he was sitting there talking bad shit, right?
He was.
And she was like,
And I was like, and the whole time I'm thinking, can't she just open this up? And then that's what she did.
Bro, he was like,
And he should have known that too. I don't know why he didn't know that.
He knew that.
But why did he come with one?
I don't think he knew that,
Bodyguard.
Spike. I don't
He
think-
had to know.
Because
He knew that.
he was scared. When that door opened, he was scared.
He had to know that she could do that.
See, I think he thought he was so smart and so convincing that he would be able to contain her. I thought he was gonna be. He thought he was gonna be able to talk his way out of it. And once she opened that door, like he knew she could, I think he's like, oh shit,
And
it ain't working.
Talking and manipulate all of them because he had the one that he said was his favorite, and that's how she was able to betray them and kind of stay on board. Here's the question I have: Was Cavalier human?
Yeah.
Okay, so he just acts like a child.
He is a child.
He is a child.
He young. He's supposed to be super young.
He's supposed to be like probably 14 or something. I don't know if they ever really said his name, but I think he's like a teenager.
Oh, I thought he was just a 20-some-year-old.
No.
I didn't know he was that young.
You thought he had that Benjamin Button?
No, he was.
Yeah, I thought he was just young looking.
No, he's supposed. That's why they call him Kid Cavalier. He's supposed to be a kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's why he annoyed me. And then he ran off doing high go seek.
See, okay, yeah, like this part could have worked because I thought the whole interesting thing about I built a synth and the synth I had it kill my abusive father. I was like, okay, wow, that could have gone somewhere. But yeah, when she opened the thing and then he just ran off and he was smiling and shit, I was like, all right, what am I watching? What the fuck am I watching?
Because the thing is, you can't beat any of them.
no, but him running away giggling, I was like, oh, why is he smiling like this?
Exactly, because you have, one, no protocols in place to stop them. Two, there's a Xenomorph. I don't even know if he know that can control it, but that's running around. But he did know that, so there's a threat looming. Your security guard, where are you? Even though you offered to pay them $1 million, are they going to get there in time to help save you? Like,
Right.
you're in trouble.
Well, he knew his scent was going after.
The brother.
The brother.
He was going to try to use the brother as leverage.
Well, that's pretty stupid.
But
Not
didn't
really,
he have
because it's worked up to this point.
Wasn't he giggling because he had that idea though?
Yeah,
Of putting the
that's
eyeball on the brother or something.
And he thought he could get Wendy to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what made you think showing up with one bodyguard was going to work against a bunch of synths who have now turned on you? It doesn't make any sense.
Because it was a diversion.
It was a what?
Diversion.
A diversion.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
to keep them off of the fact that he's setting this up with the brother.
But why would I even have to go do a diversion? Why couldn't I just go do this with the brother?
And bring him along.
This doesn't make any sense. It's just, okay. All right, so what did y'all think about the fight? We're almost done, y'all. What did you think about the fight between Kirsch and Morrow?
I liked it.
That was good. I liked the elevator scene. I thought the elevator scene where he was
Oh,
calling
that one
old
guy was
model.
scared to get on the elevator, bro.
Yeah. I liked that, but I thought they dynamic was great.
Yeah, it was a good fight. He messed and broke up his back. Yeah, yeah.
Body slammed him.
Mm.
Yeah. Took him out. He had him paralyzed after that body slam.
Move.
Yeah, so after that, Smee and Slightly show up and save the day by incapacitating both of them, Morrow and Kirsch. But what do you think about the showdown in the lab between Marcy, Joe, the Oculus, and Adam? And was Adam's reveal a shock?
Well, he had already said it. When he said it, that he had him kill his father, I was like, oh, that must be Adam.
Wait, what? What did I miss?
Adam, his
Assistant.
assistant, was the synth. That's the one that killed his father.
Yeah.
He said he created him when he was younger. When he came.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how Wendy was able to control him. Because he
Yeah,
was part of
yeah.
the whole network.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Spike's still trying to work it out.
What?
yeah, I didn't know that was the one that killed the father, you know.
Yeah, that's what I assume. It was
Yeah,
that.
I assume the same thing.
It's
Okay.
Adam.
Okay.
Did y'all think the parallels with his name was cool?
Sure.
Adam.
Sure.
I just cannot believe this is an adult, a serious adult that wrote this shit. I'm
They thought it was
seriously
trying to be clever.
Well, why would you think this is clever?
I thought the parallel was fine.
Between Adam, ATOM, and Adam and Eve, that's clever?
I thought that was clever. I thought, like I said, I
God.
thought the whole Lost Boys thing was fine.
Ooh.
I think because you had an issue with that didn't help this at all for you.
No, because it's just like, I'm not a goddamn kid. Why are you spoon feeding me shit? And then you're doing things that are just so corny. It's corny to me to be like, oh, this is my first synth that I built, and I called it Adam. ATOM, but if you know the Bible, there's also ADAM. Woo, did you get it?
But humans
did you
would do
get
that
it,
dumb
guys?
shit anyway.
But it's
Yeah.
it's like,
Especially
It's
why?
a kid.
always corny.
Especially
Why
a
are we
kid.
still doing this?
Because he's a
They
kid.
probably doing it right now in the government, bro. Because
Right.
they just do shit. Project Adam.
But is there someone as smart as Kid Cavalier in the government?
Probably so. Elon
Yeah.
probably got some atoms sitting around somewhere. Stupid ass. I don't know if he's as smart as Kid
I hated
Cavalier.
this, man.
But again, I think my issue was Joe. Like, bro, you so fucking stupid.
He
and
is stupid.
gullible. Like, you just gonna walk in there, just lamb to a slaughter.
Well, he went into the thing. That was smart at first, and then he noticed that he was trying to get on the other side, so he got out. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I mean, that was a smart to jump in there and hide from it,
Mm-hmm.
and that thing's. But
Was it cool to you that they could kick this little eyeball thing across the room and let it hit a wall, and it's still just like, I'm straight, I'm an eyeball.
hey, he got the
It's
picture
an alien.
though, Mike. He
We
got the
think it's
hit,
an
'cause
eyeball, but it's
he
an
got the
alien.
fuck
He
up
felt
out of
it.
there
Yeah, he felt
after
it.
that
He ran.
second kick.
Yeah, he's like, oh, fuck this, I'm out, dog. This shit crazy.
Right, I'm gonna go into the island.
Yeah, I'm going to the island.
I can
Fuck
find
that
somebody
shit.
else.
I'm gonna go find some water.
Let me find
Find one that's
somebody
already
else.
dead.
She was kicking the hell out of that thing, bro.
But
Like,
since
look,
we're talking
She
about
should have
that,
just squished it.
that's what I thought she was going to do. That's what I thought she was going to do. Clearly, it's evil. Why are you kicking it across the room like you're fucking Jackie Chan?
Yeah.
This is stupid.
Just grab it, squish it, and it's over. It's a wrap. It's a fucking eyeball.
Did anybody else question why the little eyeball went and found Arthur on the beach?
I feel like there was
I think he was
only
just looking for
somewhere to host. Yeah, he was just looking for someone to host.
But there is a ship full of dead people. The Xenomorph has been killing people left and right. Why did it go all the way to the beach?
I
and be
think
like,
because I think that's a sewer, or maybe it just kind of that's where it let out. I didn't know it could control dead bodies like that.
It took the dead dude over in the ship, right? They tried to fight the Xenomorph, y'all said. Wasn't
Yeah.
that the eyeball thing?
No, he was still alive.
yeah, I don't
Oh,
remember them
okay.
ever killing that guy.
Got
Yeah,
it. Okay,
I didn't know it
got
could
it,
take
got it.
over a dead body. I know it kills and takes over the host, but I thought they had to be alive first.
Okay.
Now we got
Before
Alien
that.
versus Zombies. Tight. I think they just wanted to keep that actor around because it
Right.
made no sense. There's myriads of dead people, and it's like, I'm gonna go to the beach.
And people are gonna run from that. You see someone walking with a gaping hole in your chest, you gonna ask, "Are you okay?" Clearly, you're not.
It's probably going to play into his wife, too. Something to do with his
Yeah.
wife. in the
What's
next
she
season.
gonna do when she see that walking?
Good
She'd
question.
be like, honey, what happened to you? Did you fall, baby?
Yeah.
All right, so we're at the end of the episode. The show ends with the Oculus going into Arthur, while Marcy and the Lost Boys lock everyone up in a cage with the Xenomorph and a baby Xenomorph by their side. Whoever wants to go, I'll start with you, Spike. Was this a cool ending?
Yeah, it was serviceable. It wasn't great, I didn't think, but it didn't take away from my enjoyment of the series. I still liked it, but the ending was kind of predictable in a sense of we're the bad and they turned bad and whatever it may be. Now you wait for season 2 and see like how they're gonna be as the evil people.
Overall, I enjoyed it. Although I think I did have a question with the ending because I'm like, okay, so now we got the dynamics have changed, so they're the bad ones. Where the hell are they going to fall in the rest of this universe? Now, I saw someone mention that in one of the movies they said that there's a planet of sense somewhere. Okay, so I guess that's the connection that's going to happen. So maybe they're building that
Expand
out.
the world.
Yeah, so they're probably doing that, I would imagine.
Yeah. Rod? Cool ending?
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, it was fine. I was a little annoyed because I'm like, okay, I guess they got to keep this show going. So I wanted to see more of a conclusion versus like a continuation thing. But
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm definitely here for a season 2 because I want to know I need more background information about these creatures, the planets they came from, et cetera, et cetera. I would love to know that.
Yeah.
How far can they take this though? If y'all saying it is just 2 years before Alien,
Because they can
expand the planet.
Oh, okay.
expand the world and put this on a whole nother place that we haven't explored yet. They're doing that with Star Wars now.
got it.
So yeah. So that's how it can make sense as
They're
to
doing what
why
with Star
certain
Wars?
please, huh?
What did you say? They're doing it with what are you talking about? With
I
Star
feel
Wars?
like with Star Wars, they keep expanding the world,
universe.
especially the Mandalorian world
Mm.
with Grogu and all that, because we hadn't seen him before, and so
Mm-hmm.
they're keeping. Y'all saw that coming out on the movie. Y'all saw that.
Yeah, the trailer's out. It looks like shit.
Wow. I haven't seen it, but overall, I still enjoyed the series. I there's some issues, of course. I not to the point where it annoyed me to the point where you just hate the series, but I did not like the Peter Pan stuff either. It just was. I just didn't understand. I mean, I got with it. It was unnecessary because I'm like, why do you keep talking about this damn shit? So I didn't feel like that was needed or clever or smart or cute. It's like, why are we still going back to these old stories, these old literary,
They're deep
literature
stories.
stories, bro? Okay. It's just like, but we're in space in the future, and they just won't let Peter Pan, Moby Dick, and all this shit go.
Right.
I just don't get it.
We're thousands of years into the future, and these motherfuckers are still making an entire metaphor about fucking Peter Pan. And just drilling it. It's not even really about Peter
Nah.
Pan. It's more so about the fact that you think we're so dumb that you keep needing to keep bringing it up. It's like, we get it. You don't have to keep reminding us that this is about Peter Pan.
It's a narration, damn near every episode.
But it's
Yes.
but it's the parallel of wanting to live forever. Like, it makes sense.
Rod, you explaining what it's about doesn't help because I already know that. That's my point. It's like we're smart enough to get this.
Okay.
They don't have to keep drilling it in. Like, you probably got that narrative by episode 2. So why in episode 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 do they have to keep reminding us?
That's where I got to know it. It didn't ruin it for me the way it did for Mike. My question I have: do you think it's because Peter Pan is probably one of the lost ones that they don't reference it as much as they used to?
Who?
Just
Who?
movies,
story?
series, and stuff.
I think that Peter Pan is one of the most known stories of all time. So them doing this, it was like, well, why are you doing this? Because we already know this story, and this metaphor isn't deep. It's so on the nose that it got to be annoying. Not nearly as annoying with ending this show with 2 pet xenomorphs. I could have thrown my fucking TV across the room.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I could have thrown my TV across the room. Why are we doing this?
This is another world. I think they're building another world of where the xenomorphs are controlled.
But these are xenomorphs. This doesn't work this way. They're pets now?
in this particular part of the alien world, yeah.
Why? They're still xenomorphs. Why would they come out and be like, all right, now we have this robot thing that can control them? The whole amazing thing about the alien universe was these xenomorphs, you think they're brainless until you realize what they're doing. They're like worker bees,
Yeah.
taking things back to the queen
Right.
to service the queen. Now we have them servicing a fucking robot?
Well, they
This is
seem
dumb.
like y'all are alluding to with all the other alien movies. They seem damn near impossible just to defeat. So now we have a way to kind of maybe possibly work towards
them fight
defeating
it.
them.
They're gonna have a movie where they fight against each other or something.
Oh hell no, they can't do that.
So
Really?
much so that 2 years later, we still don't know how this whole thing works. To the point where we're going to a planet and getting fucked up because we don't know how this works.
Was the second xenomorph the one that hatched out of Arthur's body?
Yes.
Yes. That's the one that was
Yes.
rolling around on the
one
planet.
that Kirsch caught.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all blew my mind with this just 2 years before because that don't make sense.
It's
if you saying that
so
now.
dumb.
So-
It makes sense if it's in a different part of the universe.
but they're on Earth.
Yes.
And during the second movie, Ripley goes back to Earth.
Does she?
Yes. And then they send her back into space. Because remember by the end of the first one, she's on her way back.
Okay.
They convince her to go back out there. by using her motherly whatever. They convince her to go back out there. None of this information is on Earth anymore about, hey, there were xenomorphs here. There's a robot that can talk to them, that can train them. None of this information is anywhere.
Maybe that ship already out in space.
Well, they're still trying to figure that out, but
I'm talking about by the second movie.
But I'm saying the first movie, like maybe that ship that ran into the Xenomorphs is already out in space during this.
In the first movie, sure. In the second movie, no, because she comes back to Earth.
So they would know.
And in the
So
first
it
movie,
seems like they would know.
So in this, okay, gotcha.
How long did she
and
stay
in the
on
first
Earth?
one, remember that was what they call the things in Prometheus. The engineers. The engineers had that ship. That was a completely different thing, which kind of maybe goes to what Rod's point, because that was a completely different ship with different aliens.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think they know, like, because this still is happening on this private island. Like, this is happening on a private island. People don't even know this is going on right now on this private island.
There are multitudes of soldiers that have gone there and gotten murdered by a xenomorph on a beach.
But they were soldiers.
How are they containing all of this?
Utana. They were soldiers of Utana. Oh well, they all are staying there. Remember, they was like, oh well, this is the. At the end of the day, that all this information is on this island, this remote island. No one knows about this island. Yeah, on Earth, but nobody knows about this remote island. I mean, not knows about
Where
it,
are we
but
getting
they're not
this?
getting this information because you remember they were saying
Utani knows it's there. Her people know it's there.
Utani's also a trillionaire that has access to all of this information.
Sure. So then what? Exactly.
Okay.
So then she's the one. Their company is the one sending these ships out there.
Yeah.
But at no point do they ever mention like, oh yeah, there's a robot that can talk to them.
They're gonna have to. Kill
I don't
all
think
the
they know
robots.
yet.
You okay? Forget
The
it.
only way I think this can make sense is that these are the only ones that are controlled. The ones that are on this island.
That's it.
The two xenomorphs, and there's no alien
That's it.
outbreak.
No.
Because
That's
there's
it.
no queen, right? There's only one egg left.
Exactly. There's no queen. They have to explain to us at some point why Marcy can talk to them and control them.
Maybe because they need a queen. Maybe they need a queen.
The issue I have is I could shoot some bail for her being able to control the one that came out of her brother because it just came out, just saw her, and maybe it just bonded. The second one is the one I have an issue with.
Then why didn't any of these motherfuckers come out and bond with Ripley when they busted out of people's chests? It's
That's where I
stupid.
was going to go because we have historical data to show that every time these motherfuckers are birthed to what is supposed to be a mom, is always tried to kill them.
Yes. In
Every
the
single
first
time.
film, it comes out and it wipes out the entire crew, with the exception of Dallas. If we go with the deleted scenes and all that, it wipes out the whole crew with the exception of Dallas and Ripley. Why would it do that if we have this show that shows that it comes out and it looks at a woman and it's like, oh, you must be my queen. I'm not going to kill you. It's dumb.
Yeah, it tried to kill Ripley, and it was somebody else that it tried to kill too. It was one of the another movie where it tried to kill what was supposed to be the paternal parent. But in this one, it's just like I could just do some Morse code and everything's cool. So I don't know.
Well, again, I'm glad y'all enjoyed this show.
I like how she read the boy at the end. She was like, "You're just a little angry man."
And he's smiling and giggling still.
No, he wasn't smiling. He's like, "Oh, you gonna let her talk to me like that?" He looked hurt.
When the show ended, he was
was
tied
laughing.
up, smiling, giggling.
He was
Oh,
laughing
because it
when
was
they
just
faced
like,
She says,
off.
yeah,
now
we-
we rule. He's and the show ends.
I
What
hate
the
him.
fuck is this?
He is such a terrible.
Oh, this is bad,
villain,
dude.
I
But
liked it.
I liked him.
I did.
he
too.
annoyed me the whole show. I did not like him the whole show. It was just such a because it felt forced.
I feel like that's how a teenager with his is he
Just
called
arrogant, just super arrogant,
super
just-
smart like that. I think that's how he would act.
Tight. Well, I'm I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. All three of you. I thought this was really bad. I really wanted to love this show, and it was a humongous disappointment. What?
I said you'll come around, but
I will not come around. I will not come around. This is bad. This is bad writing, bad dialogue. It's stupid.
See y'all for
So-
season 2.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll watch season 2 because I want to see if they're going to clean any of this bullshit up.
I'm telling you, they're gonna clean this up.
No, I don't. They shouldn't have made a mess that they have to clean up. But yeah, I'm done. I guess we'll see y'all later. I'm sure y'all will all disagree with me, which is fine. But let me know if y'all have answers to any of the questions I asked. And we'll see y'all next time. We out.
Peace.